Hello YouTubers! So this video is going to be a vlog on my table tennis. I am switching styles. I used to use inverted rubber both wings as a spin orientated attacker. So basically, long story short, what got me addicted to table tennis in the first place was a guy called Chenwick Singh. He was a modern defender where he chops on one side and pretty much attacks on the other side. And I loved this style. I played very defensive when I first started. My coach told me to change styles, so I did. Now, now I'm changing. I did, buy a bat maybe a month, two ago or something like that, maybe a bit longer. And I did mess around, and I did have so much fun. So I am officially changing. So I'm going to vlog it and see my progression in the passing, days, weeks, months, year, and see where it all goes. This video is going to be about my equipment that I've tried, and why I have come to the decision on what long pimples I am going to play with. So everyone that plays table tennis, or most people, go through a lot of equipment until they find the one that they really gel with the best. So that's what I'm going to go through today. So yeah, here they are. Okay, so here are the three bats, but let me just clear up, just in case anyone is unsure. Probably everyone knows if you play table tennis, but you might not. Modern defender is someone that chops on the backhand, or this is what I'll be doing anyway, and chops plus attacks on the forehand, but I will be pretty much just attacking. But yeah, these are my three bats. This one I've had for a while. I've played quite a few times with it. These pimples were new, but I have played with these exact pimples with no sponge and also sponge for a session too, about 3-hour session. These two are mounted on the Stiga All Rounds, and this one, Feint Long 2, is on the Victus Koji Matsushita. They're all flared. So basically, I'll go through this one first. This is the Dawei 388D. The D stands for Diablo, 388 Diablo. Not the D1, because it is slightly different. The 388D, just the original. Is no sponge on this one. No sponge, OX. Same as this, OX. That one has sponge. But anyway, so very cheap, this rubber, and all of the testing, especially today, I'm literally only going to talk about mid-distance chopping. The only thing I'll say before that is that this Diablo rubber and this Tibhar Grass Dtecs, they're very good close to the table, better than the Feint Long 2. This is Feint Long 2. Yeah. So, and this one is the best for close table, but I'm going to talk about mid-distance chopping only now. So this was my least favorite, but it's still good. It's still a good rubber. It's just difficult. It's quite not very spin sensitive, but it is spin sensitive. And with no sponge, chopping from mid-distance can be quite difficult. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. I really found with this, these two, maybe because they're OX or because of the pimples, but they you need quite soft hands with them. You need to sort of loosen your grip a bit and not overhit it, otherwise it shoots off the table. But this one in particular is a little bit spin sensitive, so when you are facing those heavy loops loaded with topspin, it can be difficult sometimes, especially when it's coming at you quick. But it's a very, very good rubber for someone that wants to start playing the modern defending or chopper, someone who just wants to learn. It's quite a do-it-all one, but it's not as easy and it's not as hard as some of the others as well. So that's my take on this. I wasn't too keen on it, but there we go. The Grass Dtecs. These pimples are fast. You need the softest hands for these. They are very, very fast. These are not frictionless, but they have the least friction of all of these pimples, which means that they actually give spin reversal. And to be honest, they give very good spin reversal too. But it's very with the no sponge, I could not really produce any of my own or add my own spins. So what I found with this is very, very easy to chop. It doesn't really matter what the opponent gives, as long as you've got soft hands, you can return a very good chop. Very surprised about how much I enjoyed these for the mid-distance chopping, actually. The only thing that I didn't like was that I never really felt in control, because I was always relying on the opponent's spin, which also means that if the opponent knows how much spin they're putting on, they know what they're going to get back. But what is good about these is that you can really get some fast chops back, and because it's spin reversal, and if they've given you good topspin, the backspin that you return will be pretty darn good. And my partner did mention this about the spin. But you can actually return some very fast chops, which puts the opponent under pressure, actually. It can just be difficult if they are really hitting you with some fast loops and putting you out of position. But very surprised about this one. I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting, as when I tried it before, it was way too fast with sponge, but it was on an offensive blade. And the no sponge was on a corbel, which is offensive/offensive minus, whereas this is just an all-round blade. But that's that. Let's go on to this. Feint Long 2. So I played a fair bit on this with my friend's bat. Quite a fair bit, actually. This has sponge, 1.1mm to be exact. He had the same, except he had the Matsushita Pro, which is the butterfly version. It's not being made anymore. There's not much difference. But basically, this is my Long Pimples choice. And this blade is really nice, by the way. But this is my choice of pimples, and the reason why is because it's the sponge and the pimples together, from what I've read, and I also agree with, is very slow. It really soaks up a lot of the incoming spin and speed. You can impart your own spin as well. It doesn't really do reversal, especially with the sponge. It's not really meant for reversal. You put your own chop back on it. But with these pimples really gives me the confidence, because it's a lot slower, and you can really let go. You don't have to have such soft hands. You can let go. You can really give that ball a harder chop, and I feel like it gives you you're in much more control, where you can put it where you want and how deep in the corners you want it, sort of thing. It also gives me the most confidence when playing non-familiar players, so that's why this is my choice. However, I will try this again against unfamiliar opponents, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with this. Fantastic pimples. They are a bit expensive, and these are also expensive, more than double the price of this. So this might be a good one for people to start on before they sort of, understand their own style and what they want. But yeah, Feint Long 2. Full of control, impart your own backspin, very, very good chopping rubber for mid-distance. Not as good close to the table as these, a lot weaker actually. But chopping mid-distance, a big plus to this rubber. So yeah, that's it. That's my equipment. I'll probably be playing with this from now on, and I'll try and get a video of me doing a drill of chopping or something, so people can see. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you've got any questions on these equipments, or anything really at all, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.